Well, you're probably wondering, what's the money's been not posting nothing, rumors flying. Well, let me clear the year, I didn't get locked up, but it's true I got knocked up. I made a human move to the island, meshed up my hernia, not even lying. So what's it gonna be? Gotta know what's next for me. Well, let me tell ya, I hired Paul Revelia, started prep again, Sean Ray Hawaiian, gonna get lean, try not to be mean, and then I'll walk it out November for 2017.
Hey guys, it has been a while. I've posted some hiking videos just here and there, and I usually make those just for myself to look back on, just to kind of remember, this point in time in my life. But I am going to be competing. If you follow me on Instagram, I'm Carissa for Health on Instagram, and I'm going to compete in the Sean Ray Hawaiian Classic. Sean Ray's a pretty popular old school bodybuilder, and I think that he throws some competitions over on the East Coast, I think, and he is bringing it to Hawaii. There used to be a competition that was in November, but since, well, I think they threw it last year. But I think that something happened to the promoter. He passed away, and then whoever was promoting the show after that didn't do as great of a job, and so they kind of dissolved that, and now Sean Ray Hawaiian Classic is going to take its place. So he's really promoting it. He's going to other shows on the island, and showing up there and promoting his show for November. I think they're trying to do like a whole like family thing here as far as the NPC shows go, and all the promoters kind of work together promoting the shows at each other's shows, if that makes sense. So anyways, part of the reason why I want to do the show is because I feel like it's going to be really big. I feel like it's going to be, I feel like Sean Ray is going to really take care of his athletes. Having been a former athlete in bodybuilding, I think he maybe knows how we want to be treated, and just little things make a world of difference. Just having like the little goodie packages or a t-shirt, or just things like that, and being organized, and the fact that he's thrown shows before, he has probably a pretty good idea of how smoothly things are supposed to be run. As an athlete, if you're at a show that's not being run properly or organized, or if you have like crappy people like just not treating you very nicely, like you went through all this work, it really like kind of casts a cloud on, cast a shadow on the mood. And after all that work, you just want to like be happy, have fun, be treated well, just normal human respect, mutual respect. So yeah, I am excited about it. I always have mixed feelings about competing, because especially like being so public about it, there are some people that just don't do it healthy. There's really bad coaches out there, really mess people up in their metabolisms. Post-show is huge for me. I think, when people do a show, they don't always think about what's next, or how to manipulate their macros and their workouts and their cardio afterward. And you kind of develop like this unhealthy relationship with food if you're not careful. And, when you get to like a really low body percentage of fat, low body fat percentage, your body is just kind of like hungry all the time, and like food starts to consume your thoughts. And so part of the reason why I want to do this also is because I want to be able to control that a little bit better, and just try to have like a balanced lifestyle, and keep perspective, and work out when I need to work out, kill it, but then move on for the rest of the day. Have my meals planned, but move on. I have 3 kids, I have a husband, other responsibilities and priorities that are much more important than my aesthetics and show prep. So just trying to keep perspective, but it can be challenging, and that's part of the reason why I want to do it. Also, just in and of itself, prepping and getting to that body fat percentage, and just being structured and on top of your diet, is also why I want to do it. I like to challenge myself, and have something for me. It is a selfish sport. I do think there are benefits, indirect benefits, like, being an example to your kids and your family about what's healthy, and working out, and hopefully not obsessing about it. Just like giving a healthy perspective on your approach to food and exercise and how it really does impact your whole life. The whole reason why I got into weight training to begin with and everything is because of my job with occupational therapy and just being around older people that have kind of messed up their lives through lack of exercise and lack of eating, you know, the right foods, and they're really feeling it later in life. So that was what got me into it to begin with, and then I just found this fun hobby as, you know, a sidetrack. But anyways, so this is what I'm going to be doing. Hopefully do a fun little photo shoot, like a week maybe post-comp or something. I haven't decided on the date. I'm going to do family pictures around the same time, but I don't want to look like super, super lean for my family photos or the photo shoot. I want to look, you know, just a little fuller, a little healthier. I think on show day I'll look pretty healthy because you kind of like fill out your muscles and everything, but we'll just see when I decide to do that. So I'm hoping that'll be fun. And what else did I want to share with you? Oh, so I'm going to be working with Paul Revelia. As you guys know, I worked with Mark Lobliner before, who I really like his approach. I like, you know, like the way he manipulated my macros, and, you know, I agreed with him, and that's why I chose him. But I just feel like I want a little bit more moral support. Mark Lobliner is kind of not a tough coach, but just kind of like just matter of fact, and that's about it. So as far as like the emotional aspect, I just need more support from my coach. My family is supportive in their own way, but you just need a little bit more towards the end of competition prep. So I'm hoping to get that from Paul, which he already knows, and I agree with his approach to coaching. As far as my research has gone, we'll see how it goes. I am going to be doing, well, I already am. I've started. I think I'm on like my 4th day of prep, and I've actually gained some weight, which is, I don't know what's going on. I ate out, which I shouldn't have. So it could be sodium, it could be leg day, holding water. I went on a 5.5 mile hike, stairs, and the haiku stairs here, and I'm gonna post a video on that. But yeah, I could just be like swollen, and I know I'm swollen. I've been eating ground turkey with taco seasoning and refried beans and things like that, so maybe a little higher on the sodium. But I'm also working on meal timing, which is something that I just wanted to share. I know that before I just kind of planned out my meals and ate when I was like starving, the further along in prep that I got. But now I'll be doing, you know, dividing up percentages of my macros before I work out, after I work out, and then spreading them fairly evenly throughout the rest of the day. And I work out in the morning. So yeah. And as far as meal timing goes, I don't think there's any real hardcore scientific evidence or research or anything that's been done to prove that it helps. I do think probably eating a certain amount of like carbs around before and after your workouts is beneficial, and eating a balanced diet, balanced meals, you know, a fairly balanced amount of carbs, fats, and proteins every meal, I think is beneficial for absorption and, you know, nutrient intake and all that stuff, and the way that the macronutrients and the micronutrients work together for absorption, optimal absorption, that is. So I think it's a good idea. I don't think it's like absolutely necessary, especially at an amateur level, but I'm gonna do it. And then what I've noticed over the past few days is that as I'm like breaking down my meals into percentages of, you know, a good amount of protein and carbs and, you know, 10 or so grams of fat, it's really forced me to clean up my diet more so. So I'm like, oh, maybe I'll have some bread with some butter with this meal. And I'm like, oh, wait, I can't have the butter because that's too much fat because I've already got X amount of fat in my meat and etc. But I just won't have the bread either, you know, like, so unhealthy fat with processed carbs, I'm like eliminating those just by default, not by like choice. Whereas before my last prep with Mark, I would kind of like save, you know, some ice cream and a peanut butter cup. You know, I would like lower my carbs and my fats throughout the day so that I could have that at night as like a treat, which is okay too. I mean, I looked pretty good last show, and I did that like almost all the way up to the end. So, but one of the reasons why I decided to do this show is because I want to have a healthier prep and hopefully have a healthier, you know, post show food intake too. Just lifestyle, you know. I just needed something to kind of force me to do that. And so I like this kind of aspect of it because that's what I'm being forced to do. And ever since I started prep, I don't know if it's just like a mindset thing, but I've just not really been craving a lot of sweets. You know, occasionally it sounds good, but it's controllable. And I just know that that's not what I want to do. I want to eat healthy. I'm not going to eat, you know, ice cream. I was eating ice cream a lot, getting my dipped cones a lot, you know, like French fries from McDonald's, and, you know, just not. And then I started like just feeling bad too. Like I would eat healthy and then I would go eat these sweets and then it just didn't feel good. So I just think overall I'll just feel a ton better. But I am tired this week. I don't know what's going on. I think it's just because I'm waking up earlier than I normally have been, just because with school starting and everything for the kids, and just the baby waking up in the middle of the night still, you know, teething and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully I'll have, you know, more energetic weeks and stuff like that. But I just wanted to update you guys, and I'll probably not be posting like a ton, but just like occasionally just kind of update you, let you know what's going on. I'm doing my own workout split, cardio. So far I'm doing like 3 20-minute like steady state sessions, and then I have like a 12-minute HIIT cardio day, so nothing too crazy. And then I have 5 days of weight work, 2 leg days, and then 3 upper body days. So that's my split. And then I can share with you like how my macro breakdown works, you know, as we go throughout prep. But just know that what works for me and my body isn't going to necessarily work for you, and probably won't, because it's based off my weight fluctuations, my metabolism, my activity level. So everything's going to change for you. Hormones, just everything. There's so much that, so many factors that are involved in weight loss and, you know, maintaining muscle and things like that. So I will share them with you, but definitely don't apply them. You need to kind of, you know, have your own plan for yourself, and it shouldn't be like some cookie cutter plan from anybody else, or just like copied from anybody else. You should take into account your own macros, your own activity level, cardio, weight training, and your weight fluctuations. So anyways, look forward to sharing with you what I can and what I have time for. But just wanted to throw it out there, and I will talk to you later.